So, how much of the code you write you should know? And obviously, there are two camps out there. First camp says that you should know all the code that you wrote. The other camp says you should not know most of the code that you wrote. It's okay as long as it works. This is all or nothing thinking. It really depends on the context, the kind of change you're doing, and the utility of that tech stack phase of the project. I'll give you an example. Um, Say there's a CRUD app, say a simple React application with say Spring Boot. Now, if that application has a change that is being done for 100,000 users, daily active users, should be looking at that code, even if you are shipping it very comfortably. Let the LLMs talk to it, collect alternate hypotheses on why something can go wrong. Risk identification is an important piece. When you look at the code that you're about to ship, how much risk does it have? What is the cost of making a mistake? And according to that, you follow a standard operating procedure which helps you manage that risk. Maybe you spend just an hour reviewing the code. The funny thing though is reading the code does not guarantee that you will know the risks of the code. This sounds odd, but it is not. The reason is you could be reading the code, but you could not be in a situation to imagine what can go wrong when you are reading a certain part of the code. So the reading the code thing is useful, but marginally so. The major thing is, are you able to reason through what can go wrong? Now it also depends on the kind of LLM you are using for reading and reviewing your code. There's not enough precedence in the industry around reading code with LLM because most people don't trust LLM, rightfully so. But also the models have become reasonably good, at least for smaller context. So if you're looking at a single page file, there's a likelihood that the model will understand what is going on. The problem though is it able to reason through the control flow and the data flow, like file to file dependency? And that is why I think it is advisable to use some tools which help you identify dependencies, and that will also help you find out the ripple effect of the mistakes that can happen. I think you should use LLMs. Um, if somebody says otherwise, I think they are being purist, which is fine, but there's a downside to that. Sooner or later, the velocity of those who use LLMs will be far higher. If you really think about it, LLMs are going to change the way we understand code, and that should be leveraged to the full extent. But evaluate the context, then choose the standard operating procedure for reviewing that code. That is how, at least, I am thinking about it. I'm happy to hear comments on either side. It's a mere hypothesis after all.